today. If you could give us a like and subscribe, that would definitely help us out a bunch. So here's the deal. The new Storm Journey. It's pretty good. I would always say I'm a little bit skeptical on the new releases, but this one's already replaced the Phase 5 in my bag. I think it's a little cleaner than the TNT Infused and a little bit earlier than the Phase 5. I'd say the Infused and the Journey cover a very similar amount of boards, but definitely a little differently on the lane. All three of these balls in the video are 5 1/8 pinned to my axis, so we should expect to see them relatively close on the lane. This weekend I used the Clone, the Blackout, and the Journey in a tournament, and the Journey was a great step down from those two balls. I'd anticipate this being in a lot of league arsenals, but I think it could also fit quite well into a bunch of pattern play as well. I was a fan of the Fate as well, but the Fate to me seems a bit earlier and a little bit more round on the lane. I did not compare that in this video, so we're going to compare the Infused, the Phase 5, and the Journey today. So check it out and see what you think. Like and subscribe to the channel for some more free bowling content. It really helps us out. As always, thank you to Storm Bowling, Bowlify, and Southgate Lanes for making this happen. Today I'm on 42-foot house shot. It does have a little bit of traffic on it. It has changed a little bit since the beginning of the night, and it is a little bit touchy. It's wet, dry, and I have that 10-pin, 4-pin look currently, so you'll be able to see the differences in the bowling balls really well. In this video, we're going to take a look at the new 900 Global Sublime. This is a shiny hybrid cover, comes React Gloss out of box, and I compared it to the Storm Journey, which is a pearl, and the Storm Summit, which is a hybrid. It has the AI core in this 900 Global, which is the first one for that brand, and so does the Summit as well. What I was able to see is that I thought the Journey was the cleanest of the three, definitely a little sharper in the back end. The Sublime was in the middle, still clean, and a pretty pronounced motion in the back end of the lane. And then, of course, the Summit, mine has a little bit of lane shine on it, but it was still way earlier than either of the other two, and definitely more controllable. So I think all of these have a spot in the lineup, but I'll let you take a look and see what you think. take a look at the new Roto Grip clone. I compared it with the Storm DNA and the 900 Global Reality Check. This ball I went with a 5-inch pin to pep, which is something I don't have in the bag right now with a solid cover. This solid cover does come from the factory polished, so it's a little bit different. It's definitely a faster down lane. It's something I get my feet a little bit farther left with than the other solid covers. This ball is going to be really good on a lot of different stuff. So far I've already seen the people on tour really scoring with this ball. So it's definitely going to be good on tougher patterns and on house shot, I believe. But let's take a look and see what everybody thinks. In this video, we're going to take a look at the 900 Global Eternity Pi. I do struggle a little bit with asymmetrical solids, seeing friction and then stopping. So I went with a 4.75 pin to axis on this ball. And then I did push the mass left into the thumb hole and I drilled it out. So we're going to compare it with the Tour Dynamics. And I also put the Eternity in this, the Pearl Eternity, just so you could see where they might fit in the bag together. That might be helpful. See where you'd be at on the lane with both balls. We're on 42-foot house shot. It does have some play on it, so I did have to get in a little bit and tighten up my angles down lane with the Pi. But you should be able to see, the tendencies of the ball, and when I do get it a little bit right in the burnt area, what it does, and when I do keep it where I want to keep it at, where the ball goes to the pins at. So take a look and see what you think. For this video on the new Storm Virtual Energy Blackout, I'm on a 42-foot house shot. This does have a little bit of play on it. It's starting to carry down a little bit in the middle, and it is a little bit burnt on the outsides. We're going to compare it against the Roto Grip RST X2 and the 900 Global Eternity. I did find that the X2 is a little bit earlier, but it is a 4.75 to pin axis, and so is the Eternity versus the 5 1/8 virtual energy. So the X2 is a little earlier, definitely strong in the back end. The Eternity is a little earlier, but not quite as checky back there as the other two. Now the Blackout, that's definitely a little cleaner, and it really depends on what I bowled on this week, because I bowled about 6 games with it, which ball is more. I can definitely get left with the X2 and the Blackout. They would cover boards in a similar manner, but the purple X2 definitely seemed a little earlier, and there was a couple instances where the virtual energy was definitely a couple boards more. I could get my feet a little farther left and get the ball back. It is pretty clean. So far it's been great. I definitely take a look at this one if you're missing a big asymmetric pearl. This one definitely fits the bill. Plus it's black, it has some sparkly logos on it. It looks really good. So take a look at the video and see what you think.